ArgentumLunae.
You begin to annoy me.
Fight!
In the top left corner, in pink, he is Zerg. Up 1-0 against his previous antagonist. It is MidnaKong. And all the way on the opposite side of the map, cross-spawned in purple, he is Protoss. It is DragonToss. MidnaKong immediately scouts out the map to see what his opponent is doing, and an Overlord going into an instant cross position actually. Second probe going to take, or second drone going to take the hatchery at the front, which is a more risky base against very early plays, but gives you the opportunity of a much, much safer third. Also a Nexus after gas from DragonToss. Alright, interesting to see how this will develop. Will it be a heavy tech play with this early gas? Finally the probe moving out, scouting the bases. And it seems MidnaKong spots his opponent first. He sees the gas and he sees only just now the gateway coming down. Will he scout out the natural base? No, MidnaKong has autopiloted his drone to the other side of to the other base, as the pool is finishing up together with the hatchery. Second gateway to finish off this wall. And the probe will finally be on its way to scout out the Zerg player. The drone has returned and will be scouting this Nexus. And now he knows this is going to be a macro game. No proxies, no cheese. 2 gateways in the cybercore at the wall. And the mineral walkout. This probe will scout the base of MidnaKong. Does not see whether or not there is a third already. And gets taken out by the Zerglings. Speed is on the way. And warp gate being made. Alright, Mothership Core, speed, additional drones. Apparently no additional probes yet. And there they come, additional probes. Proxy pylon was being placed and scouted. The Zerglings of DragonToss very diligent about finding those proxies. And a Roachworm coming out together with the lair. And once again, Robotics Facility and Force. Is this going to be a very, very similar build to what we've seen before on this larger map? The Protoss player could have more time to prepare his army before needing to attack, but he does need to scout the potential of Mutalisks and be very aware of that risk. Pylons to spot the entirety of the base. First robo is done. Third base has finished up for MidnaKong and should be getting saturated pretty quickly. Extra gases at the natural and 2 gases at the main for our Zerg player. Wondering what tech is going to be used. Noticing drones at the gold base. probably an accidental rally with the initial Zergling scouting out the map. And here come the double Evo chambers. Roach speed on the way and a Hydralisk stand. So this is going to be full on Roach Hydra against Resonating Glaives. Resonating Glaives and +1, so full on Roach Hydra against what's potentially a heavy Adept all-in. Additional gateways are on the way. And Sentries and Stalkers, and this could have tried to be a block the main build, but there's quite a big ramp to do so, and there's also 2 bases there. So this will probably be more of a direct push with the War Prism just for Warpins. And still a Dark Shrine on the way. Right after the Overseer has scouted the main base, the Dark Shrine is being put down, so this has probably not yet been spotted, indeed. Not at all been spotted by our Zerg player. And could cause massive, massive problems. Resonating Glaives almost finished. And the War Prism is getting close to the natural, but a myriad of Spore Crawlers have gone down preventively, just in case. Baneliness going down as well after seeing the amount of gateways coming out in addition to the War Prism. And a Lurker then. Oh, this is a lot of tech coming out from our Zerg player that gateway units are just not right for dealing with. 1-1 just started against the +2 attack for our Protoss player. 2 drones spot the War Prism with the Adepts, which those were tactical scouting drones, of course. And the War Prism goes into the natural. 1 Roach is prepared to tank for a little bit until the rest of the army arrives. Drones are being pulled already, but the rest of the army comes in. A massive warp in, but there's just too much army coming up. This was not a good warp in to do for Protoss player. It's a lot of Zerg. The Roaches tank all of the damage. The Hydras do deal all of the damage. Couple Adepts are being picked up, and now finally damage is being done, but that was a massive warp in that did nothing. I'd like the army to be split from our Zerg player, and it is. The Hydra should focus down. Yeah, there it is. The War Prism is focused down, but a lot of DTs. Overseer is here. The DTs are being taken down one by one. Lots of Hydras are being lost, but these DTs are massively expensive against the amount of Hydras that eventually were lost. Finally, double Stargate as a response, but the main base of our Protoss player is slowly being mined out. A third will be necessary in the near future. Sure, as well as probably a fourth for our Zerg player, however, not quite as demanding as our Protoss necessities. Here comes the probe. Gearing up for a third base. But now the army of our Zerg player is moving across the map. These sentries will need to do amazing force fields to hold this off, and a couple of additional warp-ins should help as well. But lurkers are being produced, and mere gateway units will not be able to hold this. The photon overcharge could do a lot of work, and there is an observer to deal with those lurkers. However, if this one observer gets sniped, there will be a lot of trouble. Lurkers burrow. 2 photon overcharge go off. Force fields take out 1 roach, but Massive AoE from that one lurker. More photon overcharge. One lurker finally goes down, and the Overseer does not. The Overseer is a fairly important unit to take out, because without the Overseer, DTs can do that massive damage. Without the Overseer, the Observer cannot be sniped. But GG is called, and it's 2 over MidnaKong.